Welcome to your weekly forecast. Let's take a look at what's going on astrologically in the coming week. I'm going to take some Buddhist cards and talk a little bit about the numerology of the coming week. So we're looking at the 9th to the 16th of March. So we've got the sun in the sign of Pisces. Mercury is still retrograde for another week. One of the planets has changed signs now. So we've got Venus now in the sign of Aries. Jupiter is turning direct this week on the 11th of March, which is great news for our energy levels. So how is all of this going to influence you after that eclipse full moon last week? How did you find that eclipse full moon in Virgo? It was a bit of a tricky one. It was an emotional one. It was definitely about letting go, definitely about change around routines in our health and well-being area of our life, and also in our work and career. So do drop a comment below. Let me know how you found that full moon. Lots of people were saying it was quite a challenging one, and it was. Eclipses are never easy. We're seeing what's going on in the world at the moment. There's a lot of challenge and conflict going on, so we've got to focus on keeping our own peace of mind within the chaos. So when we have so many planets in Pisces like we have at the moment, this is a time to start a new spiritual practice or to get a bit more creative. So we've got the sun in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces, Mars has just moved into Pisces also. We've got the North Node in Pisces. So we've got lots of planets in Pisces right now. So this is a great time to pick up a creative hobby that perhaps you used to perhaps you used to sing or dance or whatever it might be, or write. It's time to do more of that again. So where have you not been using your creativity? Because Mercury in Pisces retrograde wants you to pick that hobby back up again. So that's definitely something to think about over the coming week, as well as developing perhaps a new spiritual practice, or again, perhaps it's going back to a spiritual practice that used to benefit you, but you have stopped. Meditation, yoga, Tai Chi, whatever it might be, journaling. So what do you know helps you in terms of that daily spiritual practice? Because that Pisces energy wants to help you with that. So now that Venus has moved into Aries, we're going to feel a bit more energized and a bit bolder and a bit braver in our romantic life, in terms of stating our needs, and also in our working life and our finances. So you might feel like you're going to have the courage to make a change, take a risk, do something bold and brave in your career over the next month. So Mars also rules our energy, drive and ambition, and that sign we now got Pisces ruling Mars. So Mars is in Pisces. So this is again about how can we be of service? How can we be more compassionate? So Pisces is about forgiveness and compassion. How can you be more compassionate towards yourself first and foremost, and others? Okay, so let's take a look at the cards. These are my Buddhist Osho cards. These are based on the traditional tarot with a slightly different focus. So let's see which cards come out here. So we've got comparison, right? Well, maybe you've been looking back, because Mercury retrograde, sometimes we start to look back and we compare a situation, a person, a place, an experience. We think, oh, that was easier, that was better. Where have you been comparing? And that can bring some insight and new awareness in terms of what you want to create more of in your life now. So have a think about what's in your mind. Where are you comparing the past with the present? And what do you need to change in order to bring in more of what you want and need into your life, so that you feel a bit more balanced? This can be about comparing yourself to others. We're all unique. We've all got our own unique gifts and talents. So embrace yours and don't compare yourself negatively to others. This is about creating equality in our relationships as well, this card. Healing, right, I feel there's a lot of healing coming in at the moment, because we're coming in out of that eclipse energy this week. So we're going into this more darker moon energy. So the moon's shrinking in the sky, we've got less light, we've got less energy, and it is a time to receive healing. So if you've got the chance to receive some healing or a massage, this would be a great thing to do this week. Focus on your heart center. We can see the heart here. We want to focus any meditations around opening the heart, forgiveness and self-compassion and compassion for others. This is a strong card for healing. This card is also looking at me. Right. There's a lot of inner work going on this week. This is about becoming more conscious of limiting beliefs and patterns that are not serving you. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So when we've got so many signs in Pisces, we need to let go and we need to release what is not serving us in terms of our thought processes. Maybe we're repeating an old pattern. Maybe we're overworking. Maybe we're avoiding something. Maybe we're overeating again after we said we were going to go on a diet in January, whatever it might be, or trying to eat healthily. It's what is sabotaging you. Where are you sabotaging yourself? Where are you not doing yourself any favors? Where are those old patterns not serving you? And what new patterns do you want to create moving forward? Because we are heading towards the spring. So this is about a real breakthrough, this card, consciousness, becoming conscious of what is serving you, what isn't serving you, and we are what we think, aren't we? So change your thoughts and everything starts to change. So just be more aware of where your thoughts are at. Are they negative? Are they positive? Are you grateful or not? And maybe just challenging those thoughts and creating more of a positive, empowered mindset. Okay, so powerful cards here, lots of healing going on. We're in the 3rd month of the year. 3 is all about connection, communication and adventure. So we want to have some fun as well this week. The moon is going to be in Sagittarius Monday to Thursday, which is absolutely great because Sagittarius is very uplifting, so I know that's going to bring a positive shift. And for the Sagittarians, that's your lunar return next week. So when the moon's in Sag, we want to embrace adventure and change and expansion. So if you would like to learn more about mindset and manifesting, do join my weekly class. So I meet every Friday on Zoom from 10 a.m. till 11 a.m. to talk about your goals for the coming year. So I get you to set intentions for the coming week. We look at mindset, what are you inspired and drawn to do, and then we come back together and share our experiences of what has manifested over the last week and what you want to manifest more of. So if you'd like to join that class, I'm going to be focusing on a bit more around vision boards this coming Friday. So do drop me an email. I'll put a link to my website below. Thank you for watching. Do like, comment and share. I'd love to hear your feedback, what you resonated with, what's going on for you. And I shall look forward to seeing you again in the next forecast. Thanks for watching.